All right, we're going to show you how to build a website from scratch in Go High Level. Now, I'm using our version called Backstage, which you can get in the comments below if you don't have a Go High Level account yet. Okay, you can get one. Just go to the comments, click on it, and you can get this. But now let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is when you log in, on the left-hand side, it says Sites. Okay, you want to click there. And then you'll see things at the top. Sites, funnels, websites, stores, webinars, and then you got blogs over here, WordPress, and it could be a little bit confusing thinking, okay, what do you want to do? Well, essentially, funnels and websites are the same thing. They're just under different sections. So if I really wanted to build an actual website from scratch, why not just click on websites? That way it keeps me organized. All right. Now, once you're here, all you have to do is click on the blue button in the top right that says New Website. Pretty easy to do. And they have a lot of templates, and I'll do a whole other video on how to use templates and edits. They even have AI built in as well. So we'll talk about that on another day. But today we're going to talk about building one from blank, making it 100% custom, very easy. So let's name the website. All right. So let's come over here and I'll name it GHL website demo. And of course you can have spaces between that if you want. Hit create. Now this next part sometimes messes people up because they don't understand what the next part is. Okay, so it created this and you got this big screen here and you're like, well, where's my website? Well, you got to add pages to it. So you got to come over here and you click add page. Okay, once you do that, name a page. I always call the first page of my website home. It's just easy that way. Now, if I add like a blog page to the website later, I might have it called blog or product page or whatever. But usually for the home page, the first page, I call home. We're going to do a whole nother video on how you can find people that have built ClickFunnels websites and literally just put it in there and it will copy it. Pretty cool. We'll show you that in another video though. But for now, just hit the blue button. I do like the big blue buttons. Create page. I know that GHL is pretty intimidating for a lot of people at first. All right. So now we've done that, and now we got to do a whole other thing. We're going to just create from blank, okay, because we want to start it from blank. So there's like 3 steps kind of to get to your first website. Now, when this popped up, like it's asking you, well, what section do you want? And I'll talk to you about this for a minute. Then we're going to show you how easy it is. But you can add sections full, wide, medium, or small. The only time I would use small is if I know I'm building a website basically dedicated for mobile. For the most part, I'm going to do full width, okay? And most of the time, mobile and other things will resize anyway. And at the top, anytime you're building something, you can look at it in mobile mode, okay? So that is something that you can do here. So now we've added a section. I could hit add row, and then it's going to ask me how many columns do I want in the row, okay? Right now we're just going to do 1 column, and then we're going to show you how to do this a million times easier in a second here. Now, when you click add element, what are elements? Elements are anything you want to add. Headlines, bullets, buttons, forms, images, videos, FAQs, all this kind of stuff in this box. And it is easy because it is pretty much drag and drop. So if I want to do a headline, I click on a headline and here it is. So I could write this, or I could write welcome to my website. Okay, now we're just going over some really basic stuff here. So here's the thing too. If I highlight this text, this comes up, and then I can have a drop down where I can change the text, the font color. You could change, the size of it if you want, using these small headings, big headings, etc. I'm going to show you the other controls that you have too, but bold, italicize, underline, okay, hyperlink, okay. So if I just highlight, that just comes up to change, all right. Just note, I want you to know this too, anything that you do on this main site here, a lot of controls for what you want to do are over here. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to look at. So basically, over here to the right controls a lot of stuff. So for example, we'll just go down this real quick. Scroll down here. Background color. Right now it's set to transparent, but if I click on it, it will choose. You're basically going to choose the background of the headings, okay, or what you want. So you could have several different background colors over here, and change that around as if you want to. Now, just because I'm talking about background color for a second, I do want to tell you is at the very top it says background, and you could add an image like a picture if you want, or you could hit background color. So if you want the whole thing to be a certain color, you can do that as well. Also to the right, as I scroll down, just to show you some of the basics, font size. All right, so if you want the font to be bigger, you can make it bigger or smaller just by doing that. Okay, you could also select typography over here and change the typography, but I find that easier just to do this. Okay, and over here real quick, we'll just go over some of the basics. You don't need to know everything because there's just a lot here, but you have different colors. Okay, so right now you see the color of the text is black. If I click on it and I want to make the color blue, you see that it went to blue. Now the color options are a little bit different than here compared to a lot of websites, because it allows you to change the colors of all kinds of things. Like if you bold something, if you italicize something, if you underline something, if you link it, okay, if you add an icon, okay. So there's a lot of things you can do here. So for example, if I were to bold a word, okay, and then I wanted the bold to be red, notice that's red and the rest of the text is blue, okay? If I underline a word and I wanted that to be a different color, I could come over here and make underline a different color. So again, there's all kinds of edits you can do. So anytime you click on a box, okay, basically there is a ton of controls to the right of everything that you're doing inside a box. So just know that when you're building something on Go High Level to make it easy, anything you do, there's all kinds of extra stuff over here. Now, just to show you a few more things to the right here before we go into actually building out an entire website, is there's cool things too, like animations are fun. All right, so if you click on an animation, when the website pops up, you can have this headline do a few different things, and some of them are pretty wild as well. Like this one here is pretty wild. Okay, so if I like that, for example, I could hit save at the top, and then what you can do is hit this little eyeball at the top allows you to see your website. So we're going to click on that eyeball. It's going to open, and then you can see, oh wow, that was a little bit of fancy animation that popped in there. So there's a couple things in there, and then the advanced tab allows you to add borders to things. Like I just added a black border there. You could change the color. You could do bottom border, top border, all kinds of stuff. Also, what's interesting is visibility. If I want this section to show on a desktop, but I don't want it to show on mobile, I could click off of mobile and it would only show on a desktop. Or if I only wanted it to show on mobile, I'd click off desktop and only show it on mobile. Okay. And that being said, to see what it looks like on mobile, if you click at the very top, you will see with the mobile version of how your website looks. But now let's show you how to build a website and make it even easier. So the first thing I showed you how to do was you add a plus, and then you could add sections in like this. And just so you know, to make it, since you're a beginner watching this, there's like a bunch of plus signs, and you're like, what the heck are all these plus signs? So if you notice, if I go right under the words and do a plus sign, it's going to put something right underneath it, basically with no spaces, okay? If I come down here to the blue plus sign, and now it's going to ask me for a whole nother column. Do I want another column? And then do I want to add another element? And as you can see, there's some space between there, okay? So there's blue, again, and then the orange. The orange means if you hover your mouse over, it's just real close. It's not going to ask you if you want another column because you're kind of working already into the column, like I just did video there, and you can see. But if you go down to blue, it's going to say what do you want. So let's say I wanted 2 columns and I wanted to add 2 videos. So I got video and another video, and you can see how it added, another column there. All right. Now I don't want to get you too confused on all this, but this is kind of, and now I'm going to show you the easy way. Okay, that's the hard way, to be honest with you. The easy way to build a website very quickly is you click on this plus, and to the right, there's something over here called pre-built sections, okay? So if you click on pre-built sections, and you want to build a website, for example, we have headers here. So there's all these headers. So if I know I want to have like a header in a video, I could just hit this or just drag and drop it, and now I have this. Now the cool part is you don't have to use anything. Let's say I didn't want a logo here. I could delete that, and then I could delete that box there. Maybe I didn't want a email here. If I did, I could edit it. If not, I could just delete it, okay? And so then I have this. And let's say I didn't even want this little headline up here. I just wanted a big headline. I got it. And then let's say I wanted this headline smaller or something. You could actually make it smaller. Is that, and change what it says. And then you could add your video. By the way, when you go to add a video, if you want a video, you could add a YouTube link. Okay, again, all your controls are to the right, okay? You could just put the video URL here if you want YouTube. Or you can get more advanced and you can do Vimeo, Wistia, or hosted. Hosted means an MP4. Like you have the MP4 on your computer and you're going to upload it into the system here. We'll do a whole training on videos. But again, you have a section here. Now, one thing I do want to tell you is it has like this little bit off background color. And if I click on this, you'll notice it has a background color here, but the templates have a picture, okay? It says background media. There's a picture here. So if I were to delete that picture, okay, it's just going to keep it the color I choose. So then I could come back here and change all the colors again, all right? So that's one way to do it. But now look, I can hit the plus button again, and I could say, well, I want to talk about my product next. And there's like these product stacks here, and I could grab one and I could just drop it in, and then I can delete what I don't want on here, add what I do want. If I want to add a picture here, I could add a picture. If I wanted this to be a video instead, for example, I could hit that plus button and add a video, okay? And you could delete anything you want. You change all the colors, change the writing, change the icons. So here's what's cool too, is on the icon here, if I come over here, you can change the icon colors as you want. You could also change icon what they look like as well, okay? So it says check circle, but let's say I wanted $1. I could come over here and look at like money signs and change it. Now you see there's money signs here. So again, anything that you click in a box, you're going to change on the right-hand side. And again, what am I going to do? I'm going to click the button and say global templates or pre-built sections. And then let's say I wanted to have some testimonials. So I could come over here and then I could drag the testimonials in. Okay. I think that dragged it. Let's see if it did. Scroll over. Yeah, right over here. All right, now I have this. So what do I have? I got this header, I got this offer, and then I got this. And again, to be consistent on background colors and stuff like that, you click on the box. Let's say I want background white. Okay, this is background again. This is used as a picture in the template, so I'm just going to control delete, and then I'm going to say I want white, and that's white. And then this one here, I click on the box, and then I'm going to choose white on that, okay? And then again, I could upload these pictures, change these out, change it all, and literally just drag and drop and change things, okay? Here's a button, okay? If you want the button, if you don't want the button there, you don't have to have it. So, but what I like about this template here is it's very easy now that Go High Level made it so you don't have to figure out a lot of stuff. Like call to actions, get started for free today. It has guarantee and awards, 100% money back guarantee. And again, you could change all the colors. You could add video backgrounds. You could add pictures, an FAQ section, a footer. If you want to have a footer with all your social links in there that you can add it. Who is the team? If you want to have like a team section. Now, you could still add anything you want too. So if I'm doing this and then I say, well, you know what? I think I want to do a video right here. Or let's say I wanted to add 3 videos. Okay, maybe I had 3 videos I wanted to add. I can hit this plus button, and then, well, actually, I'm going to hit not the orange. I'm going to hit, because I need to add column here. So let's say I add a 3 column, And then I come over here and I say, I want to add video number 1. I want to do video number 2. And then I want to do video number 3. So now we have this site and we have this. By the way, I'm going to show you another trick here. I hit this plus, and let's say I wanted to have a headline about what the video is. Okay. Here's another trick. There's this little square. You have 4 little corners there where you can move it. So I could say video 1 and name it. Now, let's say I wanted to add that to each one. You could also duplicate things and then use this to drag. Duplicate. Oh, but I didn't want to duplicate the video there. I wanted to duplicate this, duplicate, and then put that over there. And this makes it easy for me to quickly edit and add things. Okay, just like that. And again, anytime I want to see anything, I just hit the view. It's going to save it automatically here. And you can see I have this site right here that's pre-built with a bunch of stuff. Okay, very, very easy to make really cool websites from scratch here by changing things around. By the way, I have my screen turned up really high because I have this huge monitor just to show you. It's at 250 zoom, but like when I reduce the size, the website does not look as bad as being big. Okay, I do that so you can see it very easily when I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing here. Now, just a couple other fun things I'm going to show you, and we're going to do a lot more videos to break down like how to do background pictures and how to change the text and how to add all kinds of stuff. But let's say I want this to animate. I want this button to bounce. Okay, I could hit advanced or animations again. If I scroll all the way down, I could do a bounce, and now that button bounces. And then I could come down here and let's say I want this button to bounce. So I can come to animations and bounce. You could do glow. Rocking's cool too. So let's say I wanted this one to rock. Animations and click on rocking, and then you see that kind of rocks. Okay, and again I could hit save and then see my little eyeball here, and you'll see this. So that's basically how to build a site from scratch just by dragging and dropping. Really easy and to go high level, not hard at all. Now, you're going to want to watch all my other videos because I'm going to show you how to add a domain, okay? Because one of the things you're going to want to do and go high level makes you add domains. If you want to add a form to a page, we're going to show you how to add forms to pages. We're going to show you all that. I didn't want this video to be too long. I just wanted it to show you the basis of if you want to build a site from scratch, you can. Now, one quick thing is, how do you find it? So once I go back, again, to find your sites to edit, you click on sites, and because I built this under websites, it'll be in the list of websites. So I probably have several here, but if I go back here, I have all kinds. All right, so I would find, now to quickly find one, here's a really cool thing. There's a little time thing right here. If I click that, it'll automatically show me my latest work. So there it is right there. It's in a draft mode, but if I click on it, I could hit edit. And if I had multiple pages, it would say, you know, home page, what other pages I want, add. And again, I could come over here and just add a page and go page after page after page. I'll do a video showing you how to add extra pages, how to connect pages together, all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted you to have the basics of building out a website very quickly on Go High Level, that you can edit the whole thing and make it look really, really good. And they look really high end when they're done with simple drag and dropping sections in. Hopefully that helps. We'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe so you can get all of my updates, all of my easy trainings on Go High Level.